morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
Let's smack it in the ass.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
You gotta give him that huck and spit on that thing. You get me?
Oh, that sounds so good.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic. Super duper, gang. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang.
Yes.
Boy, that is good news.
It is the 28th day of August 2024. Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Power Trip Morning Show. Hi, my name is Chris Hawk, and here we are. Lots to get to today, as always. I mean, cut down day was yesterday. We made that goal for Casey O'Brien. Thank you all so much for that. We'll talk about that more in a moment. Mark Parrish on his way in. Marco Rosen will be in. We'll talk to .com Tom today because he's not available tomorrow. So we'll get our weekly bellbank.com Tom update happening here in just a bit. And AJ Mansour in studio with us today. The return of AJ. That's right. So cast of thousands. Let's get her started. Here's Adam Sandler from his brand new special on Netflix. Started streaming yesterday. It's called Love You. Let's find out what it's all about. Here's some comedy on the Power Trip Morning Show on a Wednesday morning. You come on in. I'm glad you're here.
So I was eating grapes. I was eating some grapes. It was going good. This guy I was with goes, "Ugh." I was like, what? He goes, you've changed. I said, get out of here. I always liked grapes. And he's like, I don't like this version of you. And I said, I've been eating grapes my whole life. Calm down. He goes, I'm leaving. I said, well, get out of here. Then I've had enough of you too. So anyways, he left, and then I said to the man who was feeding me the grapes, I said, what do you think? You think I changed? And he's like, no. I go, he changed, right? He goes, yeah, he changed.
The Fister.
Wow.
Let's smack it in the ass.
Welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show, Wednesday, August 28th, 2024. What's the point of going on if they're going to shut down Red Lobsters? But we're still here. My name's Cory Cove. That's Chris Hockey. There's Meat Sauce Paul Lambert. There's Zachary Halverson. Hey, there's AJ Mansour. This is the Power Trip Morning Show. Good morning, guys. Hi, AJ. How are you?
Hi. Hey, good morning. I'm doing well. Thanks.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Yeah, welcome back. Thanks, Sauce. Thanks. You know, Cory, I'm never going to learn. It's me. At this
Attention
point,
to
it's me.
detail.
At this point, it's me. Because you know what? You told me you were going to be back today.
I said Monday and Tuesday, and Sauce is out Thursday and Friday.
Right. And I said that to Sauce, and Sauce said, no.
In fact, so last week I actually checked Workday in front of Sauce.
Yeah. No.
Because a month ago, in his defense, slightly, this is 2% Sauce
good.
defense.
Okay, well, good. Let's hear it.
About a month ago, I was slated to miss Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but now I have to be at the fair at 10 o'clock. So about a month ago,
10 o'clock?
Yeah. I changed my trip from Monday through Wednesday through Sunday through Tuesday. But I couldn't remember if I still just kept Wednesday as an off day anyway. I'm like, did I just keep that vacation day even though I'll be back from the Dells or not? And last week in front of Sauce, I checked Workday and I said, oh, no, I am back on Wednesday.
Yeah, sorry. I
was like, I'm pretty sure. No.
I didn't remember.
No.
I didn't remember.
So, AJ, thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here.
Glad to be back.
I'm glad you're back. Thank you.
Whatever the mix, I'm glad to be here. This is fun.
Man. And Paris should be in as far as I know.
Although he hasn't sent the text this morning, so maybe he forgot.
Or yeah, maybe so. And Grimmer will be in a minute because we're about to start the college football season. And Pelissero has to join us today because he's not available tomorrow. So there's so much to do.
A lot of mixing and moving.
Yeah. I had all kinds of stuff planned for today. Sauce. Oh, Frankenstein's here.
Sorry, I forgot.
Got a gimp mask on.
A what?
Gimp mask on.
Yeah, sorry. My fault.
That's okay.
I didn't know you were coming back.
Could have texted.
Yeah, we could have, but
I would have said, yeah, I'll be there in the morning. See ya.
I didn't think about it.
I didn't think you were coming back at all. I thought you were just gonna.
There was a chance.
Yeah.
I mean,
Drift
but
away.
The Dells will push you. I love the Dells, but after 3 days, you want to get the bleep out of there. There's just too many screaming kids.
True.
Not mine. Mine's well behaved.
Did you take
but
your
everybody
kids
else,
with you?
Just the one.
Yeah, yeah.
3
Good
days.
times,
Do you bounce around to different places,
Not
parks
really.
or whatever? Or you
Nope.
just
Stay at the same
anchor
place
at
the
the
whole
one you're
time.
at?
Yeah, because you got everything at the one I'm at, right? You got the go-karts, which she freaking loved because it was the first time she was old enough to drive it by herself.
Oh,
so we
nice.
did go-karts like crazy.
Oh, sweet.
Wave pool.
So is that
Junk food.
Was that
Wilderness.
Oh,
It's the best.
Is that the go-to?
Yep.
That's the go-to.
Yep. It's the best. It's a kid's paradise, but again, it's a bunch of screaming kids.
is that the one with the big like a toilet slide outside?
Kind
I
of,
can't remember
yeah.
which one the Wilderness is. I know Mount Olympus.
Isn't the wilderness is the one you could see from the highway, right?
No.
Okay,
That's
so
like
then,
Kalahari, I
got
think.
it, got it. Yeah, that's Kalahari.
That's the one with the slide you're thinking
that's
about.
It, yeah. That's the one.
So, I've had, that was enough. 3 days. Enough.
Hell yeah. Are you kidding
3
me?
days is enough. She wasn't ready to leave, but she's 10.
Yeah, that's because school's looming.
Exactly. But she's going to the fair today, and I'm like, we got enough.
Yeah, why does
Yeah.
it have to go
Yeah.
at 10
That was always so bittersweet as a kid going to the fair because it was fun to go to the fair. I love the fair.
Time's
but
up.
but you knew in the back of your head the entire time, like,
Well, and this is the week we always go to the Dells. This is our annual week we go to the Dells because the Scotty kids go back to school, so the Dells isn't packed.
Oh.
And they run deals this week, too, so it's cheaper and the lines are shorter. But so for her, it's 100%. It's like she gets excited for the Dells, but she knows this is it. This is the end.
Yeah.
My only friend.
No, so then I have to be at an event with Treasure Island at 10 at the fair. And then I have to be at the fair until 8 o'clock tonight.
You're
when
staying?
Oh, yeah, because the fam's going out today. So I'm meeting the fam there, and I have to be 10 to 11 at Treasure Island.
Just the idea of
Oh,
it.
check this out. So then Sauce and I have to do Twin Cities Live
Whoa, hold
at
on.
3.
Fuck!
I'm running out of bullets.
I thought it was 4.
I'm a terrible shot.
No, I'm serious. It was 4 at one point. You
Dude.
got to back me up on that.
Dude.
Let me see
You
here.
need to hire Sarah Jane.
Yep, right at 3. He says we need to be there between 2:30 and 2:45. We'll get it done. Blah 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 blah. You'll be done. So check this out. You know Mike from Twin Cities Live, right?
Yeah,
Great dude.
He's the best guy.
He texted us all on Sunday and basically said, "Hey, here's what we're thinking for Wednesday. Here's what we're thinking. We're going to play a blindfolded game this year where you stick your hand inside of a box and see what's inside. And then we would love to have you stick around for the following segment, which is Monty, and he's bringing his reptiles. You know, R.I.P. to Monty, but Monty's traveling reptile show." I text back the group, and this is me, Max, Sauce, and Lieber, and Mike from Twin Cities Live. And I said, I know this is the biggest pain in the ass, but you literally just named 2 of my least favorite things on the planet.
Boxes?
I have zero
brilliant.
ability to be around snakes, and I also get sick to my stomach if I don't know what I'm touching because I'm super texture sensitive. I said, by the way, yes, the previous paragraph was written by a human man. You couldn't pick 2 things I hate more than snakes and... Because even
Uncertainty.
if it's I do not like touching things I don't know what's in there. I would be terrible with a glory hole.
Oh,
Because
wow.
if it's food, I'm probably going to throw up just touching it if I don't
that's
know
what
what it
it
is. Probably.
Yeah, it'll be
You're
so,
talking about that.
100%.
You're going to
So
have to be on the one side of the glory hole. You
Yeah.
Yeah.
know what I mean?
the right
Yeah,
side.
that's what I'm saying.
Wait, well, okay.
So
We'll
I
have to
just
talk
flat
about
out
that
said,
later.
I just go, I go, no offense, but like I'm out. I just can't do this. And basically he said, that's fine. We'll just swap you and Max out, and then you can just make fun of Sauce. I go, perfect. That's what I've profited off of for 15 years. So snakes and touching stuff that I can't see.
Yeah.
Those are my
3 o'clock.
triggers. At 3 o'clock, not 4.
Yeah.
No, it was originally for 4. I'm telling you. Lieber
okay.
told us we were supposed to go at 4, and then Mike texted us he wanted us there at 3.
Yeah.
I'm going to find the text.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I love the fair. I am not looking forward to being there for 10 hours. That's too long.
That's a long time, man.
By the time 6:30 rolls around, I'm probably going to MF the place like Chris normally would, but Chris is not joining us tonight, 6:30 to 8.
No.
But I think I'm going to be in your role going, let's burn this place to the ground. Please get me out of here.
Now, I'm not trying to make light of the food situation, but are you just multiple mouthtrap cheese curds then, or do you have other go-tos?
We'll probably go fries as well today.
Fry,
Probably
I guess so,
corn. A lot of the standards.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing too exotic, obviously. Cheese curds once.
10 hours to fill.
Yeah. I think Creasel tweeted this the other day, but I've heard a lot of people say that this is the first year they've realized it's mouthtrap, not mousetrap.
Really?
That seems to be a thing this year, that people are just figuring that out after years and years and years of it being the mouthtrap.
I mean, it's always been, right?
It should be. It should be the mousetrap.
When I was 8 and when I noticed it.
Right, but this year is like some kind of weird awakening on Twitter.
This.
I don't know, but everybody's noticing it this year.
Yeah.
Maybe they're seeing it written or something.
It should be mousetrap. I understand the play on words, but it's better with mousetrap.
Mousetrap is it's a play on
words.
On what's that thing when you
play on
when you say
curves.
your S's like what is that?
A lisp?
A lisp.
I don't think it's a play on a list, buddy.
I don't think it's a play on a list.
I don't think they're making fun of people.
No, I don't think they're making
That's what
fun
I
of people
thought
with
when I was a
speech
kid.
impediments.
Because I had a speech and I had the lisp. I still do.
Yeah, I would have bet on that.
Well,
The only stereotype I fit.
Oh, all right.
If it was just making fun of people with lisps, I don't think the line would be that long.
no.
I bet it would.
I think we're nicer than that. I think. I don't know. What do I know?
Yeah.
Chef Reaction seems to like all of us.
Yeah, that's a good dude, man.
Glowing
that guy was
review of
great.
the state of Minnesota.
Did he share it all when the timetable his content was coming?
No.
Because I've been kind of just peeking to see, just curious what he thought of the fair outside of the conversation he had with you guys. And I haven't seen anything yet, but obviously it takes time and he wants to, properly release it and do those things. But yeah, I haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah,
outside of what you guys put out.
And he was just with us for an hour, but he didn't film any things with us. Obviously, we did, right?
That was his
Zacho had the
second
stream
day
going.
there, right?
Yeah.
He went a couple days.
Yep, multiple days.
Okay.
And it looked like he toured the Twin Cities. And I know he had a date at Spoon and Stable, but I didn't see that on his
I
timeline.
didn't either, yeah.
So who knows?
He's very strategic. He doesn't just tweet it out like we do.
Yeah.
No, and he got plenty of little free gifts and stuff. It must be nice to be an influencer.
He did get a lot.
I mean, not quite as good as being a podcaster. I mean, the Kelsey brothers are getting $100 million, which does Amazon realize you cannot make money off of a podcast?
Yeah, that's what I've
Apparently
heard.
they don't. No,
$100 million
$100
for
Jokes on
Travis
Amazon.
and Jason Kelsey.
Yeah.
You're paying $100 million for association with Taylor, is what you're doing.
Yeah, but do you
Man.
think that'll ever come to fruit?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, I do.
What if they break up?
Like Oasis,
Yeah, it's a hell of a gamble.
right?
Yeah.
They seem to have their stuff
Yeah, it
together.
seems to be working.
Yeah, they seem to like each other.
Yeah.
What would you
Well,
guys rather
I thought
have?
Cory was gone today.
Yeah.
What would you guys rather have? Oasis getting back together
Mm-hmm.
or these Red Lobsters not shutting down? I care more about the Cheddar Bay Biscuits about Liam than Liam and Noel. Who cares?
Is the one by your place going down?
Maple Grove is down for the count.
Is it?
That's
I'm
one
sorry
of the,
to hear
one of
that.
the 2 or
It's
3
the
that
one
are
off
shutting
of
down.
55 in Golden Valley gone?
I think that is the. I think that's the other one.
Well,
Somebody
Maplewood's
tweeted
going
at me
down,
that there's
too.
two. Really, that was on the list I saw.
Are you
That
sure it was Maplewood and not Maple Grove?
no, Maple Grove is one of the
Okay.
ones that's going. I thought Maplewood was on the list of the ones that is temporarily saved.
I thought the
I-
one in Maple Grove had been gone for years.
Yeah.
Well, when you go to Malone's,
I drive
Yeah.
through the Red Lobster parking lot to get to Malone.
what I'm
exactly,
saying.
and the Malone's parking lot is packed,
It-
and
it
there's about
overflows
3
into Red
cars
Lobster.
at
Yeah.
Red Lobster, and normally it's me and my daughter getting Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits.
So you've claimed it's a 2% difference. You've 98% perfected the make at home biscuits.
It's like
that
Heisenberg,
2%
right?
is enough of a deal to
No
hurt you.
doubt. Yeah,
Wow, okay.
for sure. I mean, if all of the Red Lobsters close tomorrow and the only thing we have left is the mix that you can buy at the stores,
The one in...
it'll be fine, but I in their absolute last breath, like let's say they are filing for every level of bankruptcy and the Red Lobster just says, we're done. We're never more.
Oh.
Their last breath should be, come closer. And then whisper the secret to like Olive Garden, right? You got to pass the torch to somebody else. Sell that recipe for $1 billion, gazillion, trillion dollars. Balance the budget.
Do you
right? Balance the right? Get rid of the deficit, right, Sauce?
Right, yeah, man. The Golden Valley one is closed as well.
already?
Yeah.
You'll
It's
never
over.
do this, Corey, because of your food
star.
stuff. The aisle bun and coffee. Okay,
The best.
10 years ago, Abby brought in puppy dog tails.
The
morning
best.
show,
Son of a
whatever.
bitch.
The best.
And the puppy dog tails, their cinnamon rolls, whatever you want to call them. It's a differentiator. It's the one thing they do better than anybody else in town.
Hands down.
They have, it's called a savory drop scone,
Okay.
which is effectively a Cheddar Bay biscuit, but it's better. than a cheddar bay biscuit. And you won't eat it because
Those are fighting words, but
there's,
go on.
there's feta cheese in it.
Come get
And I think that's probably a differentiator
feta
for you.
cheese.
Yeah, that
I
sounds
promise you,
amazing.
though, for those of you that are
I would eat
interested
that.
and would eat it,
Yeah, I would eat
Isle Bud and Coffee, their savory drop scone is better than the cheddar bay biscuit.
Oh,
Another
Lord.
differentiating item at that joint.
This is weird because I think you're right. I'm probably never going to try what you just said, but I still think you're wrong.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's like is it better? Is it better than sleeping with Kate Upton? No. Have I ever done that? Will I? No. But I still think you're wrong.
I mean, I'd eat both.
I wonder if... Did Mark tell us he wasn't coming in today?
I don't know. Ask Sauce.
I don't
Sauce,
know.
are you a
No.
genius? And-
He's going to be here at 4. I'll text him.
no, don't wake him up.
He was on a good string, too, of 5:30 show up.
He really was. He was excited about getting up early.
Yeah.
I feel like this feels very much like a snooze thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will be
Gone
a
wrong.
6:45 text
Oh,
from
no.
Parrish going, I hit my snooze. I completely forgot. I'll be on my way in 10 minutes. And then he'll get here at about 8:52.
Yeah, correct.
My Alexa, when I set my emergency alarm, it goes off and it's just the fan, it's not like an alarm going crazy. Yesterday in my nappy time, I woke up to Barrero talking, and I didn't know what in the sweet hell was going on. Cause it
Oh, that's a late nap.
Yeah, no, yeah. I know. It was a weird day. But, I mean, he was just having a casual conversation. Nobody was talking with him. And I'm like, is Dan Barrero in my house?
Wow, that would be weird.
Imagine you just
Come to
waking up.
Papa.
Imagine you wake up and it's just this, though.
For whom the bell tolls.
More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on the Fan.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's the Power Trip Morning Show at 5:50. It's August 28th. Here we are. And just a quick note of thank you. As I wander around the halls here in the lovely building in St. Louis Park, Minnesota, that is iHeartRadio, Twin Cities. And sometimes I wander down to take a 2.
Hot.
And I sit on the toilet and I say to myself, man, radio's bad.
Oh, wow.
Are you listening to our show when you think that?
Nope, not our show.
Oh.
And I say to myself, man, radio's just filled with hate speech and it's terrible.
Oh, got it.
And then something happens like yesterday when we asked the Power Trip listeners to help out a friend. And not only did they help him out, it went from, I believe when I got here, I don't know, $60,000 or $70,000 that they'd raised to last night, as I was going to bed, $253,000.
Wow.
And it's more than that now because they raised it because people wanted to donate more, and you never know what expenses you're going to have when you're fighting cancer and using non-regulated treatments, that your insurance isn't going to cover. So,
Which that's a whole nother debate, right? The
Yeah,
fact that
Right.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
you have your life on the line and you have to take out essentially a home mortgage,
Yeah, right.
a loan,
Yeah.
$250,000 just to have a chance
Yeah. Right.
is preposterous.
And
None
I'm-
of us should face that.
Agreed. And I'm not saying
Ridiculous.
that our power trippers did all of that, but I know we did the bulk of it, and I know it. So radio is still a powerful tool for good, man. Even when you think it's not.
Hey, is it true?
Just is.
I saw somebody tweet this, and I looked at it for 3 seconds, so I may have been getting catfished. Is it true Jordan donated $10,000?
I don't know if that was the Michael Jordan or not.
That's the Unreal guy.
That's okay.
Oh,
Got
so
it.
it
Yeah,
is?
yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah.
Got
I would
it.
guess.
Glad I
yeah.
asked.
Yeah. No. Which is still
100%,
the best
yeah.
ever.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, they were doing a $10,000 match to.
Gotcha.
That's awesome.
Yep.
And they also donated the hoodies for us to the
Yeah.
the boat hoodies as well. And so I was so proud last night, man. I love radio. I've always loved local radio. I just love it. And yesterday was why it's a good thing, and I'm happy. Thank you all for doing it. That's
It's
great.
at 287.
How cool, man. How cool. Yeah. So there you go.
I
So
mean, and
thank
good
you.
luck to him because,
Yeah, man.
Right.
man,
I know.
kid can't catch a break.
Just can't. It just keeps coming back, man. It just keeps coming back, and that, I don't know. But we our listeners just rallied to help, and I love to see that, man. I really do. So we can do things together. We can like each other. We
Yeah,
can
that's
help
awesome.
each other. We really can.
We can build this thing together.
Great song.
Nothing is going to stop us now. Maybe I should take over for mouth guitar guy.
You're pretty good at it.
You can't replace him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like when Leno took over for Carson. The show went on, though.
Right.
Just got way worse.
Right.
What would your name be?
Only Fan Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, that was one
Cheddar
of the...
Bay guitar guy.
I was driving home from the Dells yesterday when Mouth Guitar Guy was on with Tenna B.
Yeah.
And I had to try to explain to a 10-year-old what was happening because she didn't understand it. And she's like, who's doing that? And you'll love this, Chris, because she knows you're in a band. She goes, is that Chris? And I go, no, he's not on right now. But he's in a band that plays actual instruments, not mouth guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do the mouth guitar like that.
It's pretty easy.
See, you've got a gift. I think you just take your gift for granted.
Yeah. So I'm wiping away tears, and my 10-year-old did not understand why.
You were a little out of tune, though.
Yeah.
You might have tuned yourself up a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't
Cory
judge,
loves that bit.
lest thee be judged, or however it goes.
That's what the
I
scriptures
practiced
say.
I practiced the whole way home. She didn't care for it.
She didn't join in.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, play that song again?
No, you got to pay for it.
Oh.
We don't have the license for it.
What song was it?
For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Come on, man.
Well, I think you can do
How
a cover.
dare you?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, you want to pick a different song, Zach?
Let's see here.
I'm Too Sexy by Right Said Fred.
Yes.
Okay. Now you can't debate that.
Why did you start with the chorus?
You can't debate that. That's
No.
obvious, right?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Jungle.
How Bizarre.
How Bizarre by OMC?
Yeah.
You want me to start at the beginning of the song or the chorus?
Start from the beginning.
Okay.
Now
That was out of tune. You're right, Zach. Dude, I'm sorry.
We're going to get sued.
Adjust yourself.
I love Mouth Guitar Guy.
Just yourself.
I laugh every time. I don't know if I'm in the minority or majority, but I freaking love it.
Well, it is a
Shout out to Mouth Guitar Guy.
it is a staple.
Absolute God.
I cried
It's a legend.
at his final performance last year, and you would have known.
Yeah, well, you never.
Well,
it's
like Motley Crue
Yeah,
is
that's right.
coming.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Kiss is
Early
back.
tomorrow.
Yeah, one last time. Yep. There
Well,
you
much like Kiss, I think Mouth Guitar Guy should sell merch at the fair.
Yeah.
And the fair shouldn't take a cut. They shouldn't. Just let him sell merch.
They get a $20 cut every day he shows up because he hasn't. I don't think
good
missed.
That's a good point.
Has he been there every day this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He spends
that's-
hundreds of dollars.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
yes.
correct. It's $20 to get in.
Well, why doesn't the fan just give him a ticket?
Yeah.
Yeah, great question.
He's doing more work than a lot of us.
Ain't that the truth?
Right? Give the guy a pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. You buy his way in.
I don't see him.
You will today.
I will today.
Which is also
Hand him
not right.
$20. Say,
So
here,
you're going to have
buddy.
an opportunity to bring your daughter to see
Yeah.
him in person a day after she was...
Life changer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This could be
Wow.
Yeah.
You gonna get a family photo with him?
Okay, you don't have to be that enthusiastic about it.
How?
Oh, hello, Rose.
I don't think Angie and Bailey are going to have any interest, but I think I could talk Harper
Yeah.
into going to get a picture with Mouth Guitar Guy.
Actually, yeah, I can.
Sweetheart, you want to meet a celebrity? You want to meet a worldwide artist known as Mouth Guitar Guy? He travels all over the country. He goes to California and back to Minnesota.
So, guys, I don't know if you know this or not, but tomorrow is Golden Gopher football season.
Oh,
Officially.
hell yeah.
And we play the North Carolina Tar Heels tomorrow.
And you're going. Are you actually going?
I'm actually going. I'm excited. I'm
Are
excited.
you going to just Tommy's tailgate,
No,
or are
I'm
you going to the
going
actual
both.
game, too?
I'm going both. I plan to go the
He's
whole
a
time.
former season ticket holder.
Well, and until we if we're up by 50 at halftime, like I expect, then I'll probably leave. But the point is, Grimmer's coming in the next segment to sit with us, so we can give him either a song lyric or a movie line or something to do to carry on our bit this year.
We should have him do mouth guitar.
I don't. You know what? You just sit over there and think about your ideas.
They're not good.
That would confuse Daryl Thompson
Yeah,
immensely.
just do mouth guitar.
He would probably call 911. Grim's having a fit.
Touchdown! Wow! Wow! Wow!
See, Zacho gets it.
He's got a wah pedal.
We're going to start a GoFundMe for Grimmer. He's having a problem.
He's having a fit.
Front page sports next. Power 2 Morning Show fan.
The Fan.
Let me look at the forecast. Looks like it's going to be a little warmer today than it was yesterday. I don't know. Anybody?
It's like supposed to be
nice-ish.
mid-70s, I think, right?
Let's see. I got a high of 80, cloudy.
I got you. Go ahead. What was the Zacho?
Decreasing clouds, high of 77. Partly cloudy tonight, low of 65. And the Power Hour begins at 8 a.m. KFAN.com/watch, powered by Quantum Fiber. Your world unleashed.
While I got you, Zacho, what's the weather look like tomorrow evening?
Slight chance of thunderstorms and potential for severe weather Thursday night. High of 85, dropping down to 60. But the weekend looks absolutely gorgeous.
Here.
High of 70 on Sunday. So.
Awesome. Grimmer.
Hello. How we doing, everyone?
Grimmer, you might get rained on.
Well, I won't get rained on. Guardsy certainly could get rained on.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I'm in favor
As
of
long
that.
as our parade doesn't get rained on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let's win that game tomorrow.
Let's win the game.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Look at this, by the way. I'm just looking at a couple of initial semifinalists over here with
Yeah.
AJ Mansour and Mike
Look
Grimm.
at that. Here we are.
AJ plays on Friday. Grimmer, you play, what, a week from Friday? I believe,
No,
correct?
I play the week. I can't remember.
Yeah, you
now.
play the
Yeah, it was
6th.
13th,
Well, nice
right?
of you to
battle
I thought you
tested
played on
now,
the
too.
6th.
He's already looking
No, I
past that
play
one
on
to
the
the finals.
6th. You're right, the 6th.
Yeah, you play on the 6th. You got the luck of the draw and got the, quote, easy bracket.
Yeah.
Oh, the wheel.
Well,
Yeah.
I that's what Paul Charchian and Chris Hockey thought last week. They got the great draw.
Yeah.
They got luck of the draw.
And, well, I mean,
big break.
Technically, we did.
Wow.
I mean, because we only had the three of us.
Right.
I mean, technically, that
Yeah.
was true.
Yeah.
It's true.
So Friday, it's Do Young Park versus AJ Mansour. And Tatum and Parrish are going to play too, but those two will square off on Friday.
Be here.
And then there's four sleds playing a week from Friday, and then the week after that it's Gerdsey, Pellicero, and Tyler, and Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So think about this, right? Whoever wins out of the Do Young Park AJ Mansour battle, whoever wins out of the Gerdsey, Tyler, and Pellicero battle, one of this other group is going to be in the finals. Is going to be in the finals. What if it's Tommy? What if it's like
He's gonna lose his
AJ,
mind.
Pellicero, and T.O.?
Yeah.
How freaking awesome would
It
that
could be.
be?
It could happen.
We'll
if
see.
that's the case, and I'm not even assuming that I'm going to get there, but if Tommy gets there, whoever he's facing, nobody else plan any sort of intro because it's going to be one-upped. His walk-in will be one of the greatest moments in Power Trip history.
Yeah.
His win was a top 10 initials moment ever.
Awesome.
I mean, if he wins the title,
He couldn't breathe. He was like short-winded.
Yeah.
You couldn't believe it.
it's going to be epic. I know Doe's nervous.
Yeah.
I don't know why. The guy's been on Jeopardy twice, but
Yeah,
he just
he
continues to be
dominated
nervous
last time he was in.
that somebody's going to just truck him, but we'll see.
Grimmer, are you
Grimmer.
nervous about tomorrow?
I'm excited. I'm excited about tomorrow.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Holiday Station Stores, you can get hydrated well before tomorrow. Like, go today. Get some Gatorade. Buy two, get one free. Mix and match any flavors you want at Holiday, including Lightning Blast, which is exclusive to Holiday. 28 ounces. Buy two, get one free at Holiday. Thanks, Gatorade. Thanks, Holiday.
Yeah.
Grimmer, tomorrow night, though, the debut of Max Brosmer, our new quarterback. I think everybody is a little curious on how many times we will throw the ball.
Yeah.
We have a couple of awesome running backs, it sounds like. We have a big offensive line, but can the kid throw it? Will PJ let him throw it? No Drake May for North Carolina, but is Brad Johnson's kid this starter, or who's starting for North Carolina?
That's what we think. They have another kid named by the last name of Harrell. Mac Brown, their head coach, earlier in the week said that they're going to play both guys. So
if you have two quarterbacks, you have none?
Yeah, and I wonder how that's going to work, because Brad Johnson's kid, Max Johnson, has been at Texas A&M, and he's been at LSU both, and hasn't, I'd call it mixed results. He hasn't been like great at either place. I mean, if you're really good, you're staying at either of those schools. And
No, wait, Phil.
all summer, the thought was, well, he's going to be the starter at North Carolina. You don't transfer there and not be the starter. And then they didn't name him the starter. I mean, he's probably going to start, but Mac Brown basically said, "Yeah, we're going to play both guys." And
what?
And he knew what people would say was exactly what you said. And in the news conference, he said, "We haven't made a decision because they've both played so well in fall camp, and we're going to let them see where they go." And then he was pressed on it a little bit, and he says, "Yeah, if one is really good, then we'll play that guy forever."
Wow.
So,
Which has not happened yet, apparently, in
Has not happened
practice
yet.
and camp.
Yeah.
All right, so the Gophers now slight underdogs, right? It flipped a couple days ago from the Gophers being a 1 or 2 point favorite to basically the opposite. So North Carolina a slight favorite. What happens if this is a bad start before the schedule really gets dicey, right? Because these first, 4 games? 3 games or 4 games before it gets dicey?
3 non-conference.
3.
So you got North Carolina.
Yep.
And then you got Rhode Island and Nevada. Those should be wins. Like, if you want to do what you want to do, you got to win those games. And then Iowa opens Big Ten play September 21st. And so it starts in.
Is that at Iowa? I can't remember.
No, it's here.
Okay,
it's
good.
here.
Good,
yeah.
good.
And there has not been a kick time set yet, but I think NBC has announced it will carry that game, or at least that's the rumor. And so there's a chance that could even be an under the lights game. Nothing official yet.
That'd be fun.
And I wouldn't set your schedule based on what I just said, but the fact NBC has the primetime game, they could pick a different game, play primetime, and put this game on during the day too, I suppose. But talking about the Iowa game. So, yeah, I think those first 4 games, there's a wide range of where you could fall in there. But I think North Carolina is one of the important kind of openers that this team has had, because it can just set a tone, right? If you go out and lay an egg, it just, what do you do? If you go out and win, maybe it builds your confidence. All of a sudden you're 3-0 potentially heading into the Big Ten opener. You beat Iowa last year. So where does that take you? And the schedule's tougher. There's no question the schedule's tougher this year than it has been. The Big Ten West, the much maligned Big Ten West is no longer in existence. Now the Gophers play some of those old teams, but you've also added a home game with Penn State, a home game with USC. You're at Wisconsin.
Isn't that the argument, though, that now that there is no East-West, it's just the 18-team Big Ten?
Tupac and Biggie are dead.
That the schedule will, quote, probably never be easy again. This is just
right?
who it is,
right.
which means it's you can never look at the schedule and go like, oh, cakewalk this year.
Now, Rutgers, have you seen their schedule?
No.
So if you go by...
Good luck to Ethan Kelly-McManus, right?
But listen to this. The Cleveland Plain Dealer does their preseason. They're the ones that do the 35-member media member voting panel to this who's going to win, and they do all 18 teams.
Are you one of the 35?
I am not.
Oh.
No. So the top 5 teams picked by the sports writers are Ohio State and Oregon, top 2. Then it's Penn State, Michigan, and Iowa. Those are the top 5. Rutgers plays none of those. None of them. And their toughest game is USC, and that's a home game. So USC's got to fly from LA all the way to New York to play that game. And that sets up pretty well for them. I mean, that's a pretty good, like, you look at it according to that, whatever, the Cleveland newspaper deal, I think they play like,
I have it right here.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 17. The teams that are picked, Rutgers does.
But they still have Kelly-McManus throwing the ball, right?
Yeah. Who beat out the guy that was a starter last year when they won 7 games and had a schedule that did include Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State, and Iowa.
And maybe if he's allowed to throw the ball, maybe he will.
Who knows?
Who knows, right?
Who knows?
How much have you seen of Brosmer? And can he throw it?
Yeah, I mean, clearly he can throw it. He led FCS in passing yards per game last year, 315. I stumbled upon this little, I think it's an interesting stat. Last year, Kelly-McManus completed for Minnesota attempted 294 passes for the whole year. Brosmer last year at New Hampshire completed 294 passes.
How do you do that?
So you think about that. He completed like 64% of his passes, talking about Brosmer. So he was used to throwing quite a bit. Clearly won't throw that much. My thing, I think that has to change a little bit from maybe in previous years is you got to make a better attempt to move the sticks in third down situation. They went from 2 years ago converting like 52% of third downs, which was like top 15 in the country. To last year, it was around 35.
How do you do that?
And on 3rd and 6, it was just a handoff down too much. Because what's 3rd and 6 on a handoff? 10% you might convert?
Did it.
15, 20, where give yourself a chance. Throw the football. And so I think that will be a difference maker.
One more time. PJ's got a question for you.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well, you talk into that helmet communication and say, throw the ball. No.
Yeah, grip it and rip it.
Yeah,
Whoa, Rosie.
rip and rip.
What?
So we'll see. The offensive coordinator, Greg Harbaugh, literally said that in his news conference last week. He's like, 3rd and 7, we got to let the quarterback throw the ball.
Oh, my God!
Yeah.
Pete agrees.
Pete Bursich is all over.
Yeah, here's the thing. North Carolina.
Yeah.
I looked up all the movies that were based in North Carolina.
Yes.
Right.
How about this?
Right. And I came up with a line for you. And I'm going to walk this over to you right now and hand you a piece of paper that has the line on it. I want to see if you think you can work this in.
You've already printed it out. Man, that is full service.
I thought you could
operation.
do mouth guitar.
No.
See, Cory can't open himself.
I really.
All right, here we are.
Don't open it until I get back.
Okay, yeah. This must be unbelievable.
Well, it's got to be.
Do you guys know what it is?
No.
My guess is it's slightly dirty.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't just Ron Burgundy this and just read it live when I open it?
Admittedly, last year I forgot about it till the day of most of the time, so they weren't very good, but I put some thought into this one. I really would love Daryl to have to understand what the hell you're saying if you say this line from Talladega Nights.
Oh, Talladega Nights. It says here, and I quote, well, let me just quote the late, great Colonel Sanders, who said, I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
Brilliant. Please say that.
I would love somehow.
Yeah.
By the way,
he didn't say no.
No, I think he's the wheel spinning.
The wheel spinning.
Well, we can figure this one out.
Slightly off topic, but on topic. So we had the PJ show last Thursday at the fair.
Okay.
And so we have a little new feature coming out of the first
show all the
break.
latest models.
Show all the latest models. Where coming out of the first break, we play some highlights from the previous week. Mm-hmm. And so the previous week was the bowl game. So the producer says, I'll just pick a couple of highlights from the so it comes out. First one is a touchdown, Jamison Gears. The next one is a touchdown, Cole Kramer. The last one is a touchdown, with Darius Taylor. They're running all over him. We're just sitting there, and all of a sudden the end of this highlight goes, it's a gravy train on gravy wheels or whatever the damn line you guys made me say. Yeah. And PJ and I are looking at each other like, what was that? What the hell happened there? No. It was brutal. But that's the price you pay.
That's right.
That's right. To be on with you goofballs.
Now listen, I would settle for I'm too drunk to taste this chicken by itself, but I would love the whole thing.
The whole thing would be great.
You think it's possible?
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll try it.
Yes.
We're going to
I
try
love it. That's my man. That's how we start the year.
Yeah. You think people will believe me?
I mean,
That you're too drunk
depends
to
how the
taste
game's
this
going.
Yeah.
What if you get fired for being drunk on the air and you hadn't had one sip?
Yeah, correct.
You get fined by the FCC for
I doubt it.
opening the microphone.
Then you would say,
I am never going to financially recover.
Well, I mean, last Saturday at the Minnesota State Fair, about 4 rubes said the S word, and multiple people on the actual show were high.
That's true.
So I think we're probably okay.
safe. We've
Right.
migrated into that safe.
you just never know.
All right. Well, let me quote the late, great Colonel Sanders, who said, I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
I love it. Thank you, Grimmer.
Yeah, I'll talk to you
you're the
guys.
best.
Have
See
fun,
ya.
man. Good luck. Go Goats.
What really matters is next. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Oh, yeah. Here we go, baby. Power Trip Morning Show, that's us. And there's just so much to do today. Again, Pellicero a little bit later on. He'll be calling in about 8:30 because he can't call in tomorrow. Rosie, we think it's 7:30. Not sure. We thought Parrish was going to be here. We thought Rosen was going to be here yesterday. We didn't know. Grimmer has been here, and AJ's over there. Hi, AJ.
Hey, Chris, how's it going?
Man, things are slutty.
Oh, okay.
Just like always.
Things haven't changed.
Yeah, and thanks to the listeners. Appreciate that much. What's going on in the lovely city of Osseo these days, man? And last time I was there, it was all blown up. Is it good? Is it still looking good? Is
Osseo is my favorite.
Happening?
Yeah,
you know where the
best.
where the old train store was, where the John Deere store was. Have they finally turned that into a brewery yet?
No, it still is part of the plan. It's still slated as that. It's owned by the group that's going to do it. They're just not doing it yet for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be a great addition. But that main strip, is turned over, coffee shop, ice cream shop. Our friends own the new T-shirt shop up there with some great Osseo Maple Grove stuff, but also Minnesota sports and all sorts of cool stuff. So it is a vibrant little town in the middle of Maple Grove, and it's sweet.
Core, there's an ice cream store and a coffee store.
Good.
It's the best. Yeah, it's not far from you. You got to hang out in downtown. And that little grocery store's darling.
Yeah, Dean's.
Yeah, it's the best.
They always have our stations on.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? I love it.
Let's go.
Oh, they sound smart.
And that's Olympia Cafe's right there, too, which is the king of all food.
Yeah.
All right.
Mango habanero hummus.
I don't know what you just said.
So good.
Great coffee, though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I give Osseo credit, man.
Nobody asked you.
Yeah, nobody
Zach,
asked
okay?
you.
Listen, you don't have to give them credit.
We're headed to White Bear
The
today.
bank won't give you credit.
No, go ahead, Zach. I
Well, no, I was just saying, it's a small town, as you mentioned. I think 22,000 people or something.
2,200.
2,200. So it really shouldn't matter, but they make it so they matter.
We're on the map.
Yeah, that's right, buddy.
Yeah.
That's right.
It should be Osseo Maple Grove. It should just be Maple Grove, but they fought for that.
Osseo was there first.
That's right.
Oh, really?
Osseo was the bit before Maple Grove existed.
That's exactly. In fact, if you ask lovely and talented Tina B, he lived in, I guess he ended up going to Tina Grace, but you get my point. Never mind. Scratch what I said. Where are you going to White Bear Lake for?
I forget what it's called. There's a sandwich shop there that is like blowing up right now.
Oh, it's called Two Slabs and Some Ham.
Yeah, that's your sister's screen name.
Yes, my wife has discovered it though, and we're making the trek across town to check it out. I'll ask her what it's called.
Yeah, that's not on my radar.
Slabs and some ham.
Corey'd like to join you, but he's going to spend 3 hours at the fair.
Yeah, Subway. You're looking for
10
hours.
2,200 people is not enough for a town. There's more people in the Maple Grove Costco than there are 2,200 people.
For sure.
Which one's more crowded, that one or this one?
That one. The parking lot's an absolute atrocity in Maple Grove.
This parking lot's worse, but no Costco parking lot is good.
Yeah, this parking lot.
This one has like one
the deal
exit.
with that? Why are all the flow charts in Costco parking lots terrible?
Well, the problem,
who are these engineers?
For Maple Grove, the problem doesn't stop once you park either, because it's the entrance where you get your carts and the liquor store and the entrance and the exit. It's all flipped. You have to go to the right side to get your cart, walk across the exit, and then in.
That makes no sense.
It makes no sense. At least this one is, facilitated differently, but yeah.
And everybody that's leaving that Costco
busy.
Gets mad at you for cutting across them with your cart.
100%.
How am I supposed to get across? I don't have a choice. Sorry. Yeah. This is a zipper merge in a Costco entrance.
Kiss a hot dog.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, good hot dogs.
Yeah, hot dogs are
$1.50.
great. Yeah.
Kiss a $1.49 glizzy.
You know what? That's not too much for a glizzy.
No.
It's just not.
Let's do what really matters. I'll do scores and stats. Chris tells you something else.
Yeah, that's not too much for a glizzy, I'm telling you.
The Vikings waived first-rounder Lewis Seen.
No.
Yeah, that sucks.
Whoops. They also waived running back / returner Kene Nwangwu.
That was a shocker.
Yeah.
That was a shocker. That was way more surprising to me than Lewis Seen. But Jaquelin Roy also gone. Another draft pick, Equazi, out the door quickly.
Wow.
A couple other notable names. Bo Richter, who seemed to have a decent preseason, and Lucky Jackson. Both did not make it. They both were waived.
Yeah, we got 2 running backs right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because also they terminated the contracts of Duke Shelley, N'Keal Harry, Bobby McCain, and Myles Gaskin.
Yeah.
So Gaskin and Nwangwu gone.
And Kumdog?
And Dwayne McBride was waived as well, right? So who do we have? It's just Chandler and Jones?
That's it. Chandler and Jones.
I wonder what they're doing there.
I don't know. They'll pick
somebody up.
Yeah, somebody going to get brought in.
Look around the league. Running back is one of those positions. It's a turn and burn, right? The early drop age where there's a drop off. Now it used to be. Remember we talked about Adrian Peterson turning 30 and how that was going to be. No running back past 30 has done this, and it's like 26 now.
Well, that's why.
It's so much earlier.
Aaron Jones is about 28.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? He's 28, and even I keep saying, like, man, I wish we would have had him a couple of years ago. Like, I feel like we're getting him too late, and he's 28 years old.
Yeah.
But to your point there, Christopher, if you only have 2, and Nwangwu is one of the ones you cut. What does that say about what the Vikings think about the new kickoff rules?
Yeah.
That clearly means we don't think there's much here.
Correct. Yeah.
I wonder if Speedy's going to do it. I wonder if Speedy will be the guy. I don't know. I don't know who we're going to, I guess we'll find out soon.
And Cory, you're referencing we don't think there's much here, meaning there are going to be a lot of touchbacks?
Yeah,
or
maybe they just think this is not nearly as dynamic as
we don't
everybody
need
else
to
thinks it might be. Right, we don't need to value it.
Gotcha.
Because there's just not much to do. It's just going to be a lot of, maybe not touchbacks, but maybe just catch it, tackle, move on.
Was it Florio, Paul? You listen a lot to when he's on. I think he mentioned that his opinion should be that the league before the season starts gets together and changes the touchback to bring it to the 35.
I think, yeah.
So it's a little bit more of a hit if you do that. Otherwise, his prediction is that everyone's just going to do touchbacks. They're not going to waste time in practice working on kick returns, kick coverage, those sorts of things, and they're not going to waste roster spots on a player that they think they need to have back there.
What is it, 30 now?
I think it's 30, so it's just a 5-yard move, but it has to be before the season because you can't do it in the middle of the season, 2 games in and change it. But that was one thing that he kind of said. I can't remember if he predicted it would happen or said, I don't think it'll happen, but it should because it's just going to end up with a bunch of touchbacks.
This will be a 1-year bit. They'll go back to either the way it was.
They'll go back or they'll adjust this, you think?
I don't know. Unless what PA has said for like 2 weeks now is nobody is showing what they're going to do with this, with trick plays, reverses and all that stuff. No, they just catch the ball and all that and that.
But maybe we're also assuming there's a billion tricks and there's nothing.
Yeah,
why do you let Wongwu go if you have a whole bunch of tricks with Wongwu up your sleeve and you're going, I don't think any of these are going to work. There's just not enough runway.
It's a great. Who's going to return punts too? Do we? I mean, off the top of your head, tell me that answer. Do you guys know?
I don't know.
No, I don't either.
I mean, maybe Naylor, but the thing with Naylor though is you don't know how long Addison's out. So you need Naylor because of the depth. Right. You can't have him out there returning punts.
Yeah.
TJ Hawkinson yesterday officially placed on the reserve/pup list, so he has to sit out the first 4 games of the year, but he will not count against the 53-man roster.
Why can't we have nice things?
Yeah,
great question, Pete. I don't know. I don't know the answer, buddy. I don't know. Also, Reisner.
Yep.
To the IR as well with back problems.
Which there were thoughts that he wasn't going to even make the team. So they're definitely going to keep him around.
If he hadn't been injured, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Rose, you don't know nothing.
Rose, you don't know anything.
Unless you're on your way in, then you know everything.
Yeah, he's not up yet.
Sure he is.
What really matters, though,
he never went to bed. He's been partying.
This.
Doing mushrooms.
Wow. Good for him.
Yeah.
Do you think Rosie has done mushrooms?
Yes.
No.
You don't think so?
He lived through an era.
He went through the 70s.
But he also was like, I bet no. Unless he's done them.
I guess he was already a professional. I mean, he jumped straight in.
You're right. That's why I say no.
Yeah.
That's
pretty serious stuff.
What?
That's pretty serious stuff.
You don't think he microdoses?
I'm thinking really hard about this, and
take your time.
I'm leaning towards no. Like Sauce is saying.
I don't think he has,
I think he wouldn't have wanted to mess with that stuff.
Yeah.
So you think
I
he's
also think
just
he would
weed?
have said something by now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We just got to get him in one of those moods.
I think he used to walk into parties and just take a handful of whatever was available.
Yeah.
Normally he was female butts.
Yeah, he likes handful of
grab
female
whatever
butt.
he wants.
Then just whip his schlong out.
Okay, now, come on, man.
I mean, it was the 70s. Haven't you seen Anchorman? It was a different time.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh, there's Rosie over there whipping his schlong out again.
Oh, it's a party now.
I'm going to take these back to the pants
Who invited him?
Nobody. He just shows up.
What really matters, though, is this.
Great question. That's not how you say that word. An estimated 400,000 children were fathered by occupying forces in Germany during World War II. 400,000 children fathered by occupying forces in Germany during World War II.
Yeah, I met one a few months ago.
Did you really?
Yeah, his house was bombed and the farm was bombed, the house was saved. And then they lived in the house, even with because they killed the father, and so he was like I don't know 6 or 7 when it happened. And
holy moly!
Pretty dark stuff happened over there, man. Sucks.
By the way, Chad reminds me, Powell is your punt returner. That is true. I believe that is true.
Brandon Powell.
Powell. That is true. Thank you, Chad.
Oh yeah.
Wait, so he was 6 or 7 when he was fathered by an occupying.
I didn't want to bring that up. I wasn't sure if I was the only one that caught that.
They killed the bombing killed the father, and then the mom died, And so they needed the farm to keep running for food and stuff.
So he was adopted by.
It's a trap. First,
maybe I misheard.
First the father died, and then the mom died, but he was still born.
I'm confused. Either way, you met somebody.
I thought like they they watched them or whatever. They actually
that's a very nice thing to do. Is adopt some kids in need and help raise them and guide them.
You're thinking orphaned.
Yes,
by
I
war.
thought that's what they meant.
Got
I
it.
apologize.
Instead of an act of evil, what they did there is very kind.
I want you guys to know
You
something.
kids need help.
I want you guys to know
I'll
something.
live with you and raise you.
I was so confused by what he said.
Same.
But even more confused that nobody else said anything. And so I just took for granted that I needed vitamins, if you know what I mean. That's what I took for granted.
You all gaslit each other.
Yeah.
Shocking it was me that was finally the one that was like, am I the only one that thought it was weird that he was 6 or 7 when he was fathered?
Yeah, how does that?
I met a guy once.
So technically you met a guy, yep.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
The Braves beat the Twins 8-6 in 10 innings. Atlanta scored 4 in the top of the 10th. Duran got rocked. The Twins got a couple in the bottom of the 10th to make it interesting, but the Twins have lost 7 of 9. The only good news is that Cleveland's losing like crazy too, but they're losing to Kansas City. So KC and Cleveland are now tied for first. So the Royals have done what the Twins could have done the last couple of weeks, which is either get close or seize the lead. They are tied with Kansas City. The Twins, despite losing 7 of 9, are just 2.5 back. The good news is they have a 4-game lead in the wild card race over Boston. So we're 4 clear of being in real trouble. But man, what a missed opportunity!
Our ass out.
Last 9 games, you go 2 and 7.
2 of 7.
Not bad.
Good.
Not good.
What?
Just
Not
go.
good, I meant not good. I was still mesmerized.
What year were you
Somebody
fathered?
could be fathered at 7 years
4
old.
o'clock.
Anyway, so blown opportunity by the Twins, but they're still in a pretty good spot.
Not bad.
Another game against the Braves tonight at 6:40. Chris Sale versus David Festa.
Yeah, man.
What really matters is this.
Great point. Stay with me on this. While each brain hemisphere controls half the body, both hemispheres see from both eyes. But each only sees the left or right half of each image from each eye. I'm going to say it again because it's confusing. It took me a minute. Each brain hemisphere controls half the body. Both hemisphere, they see from both eyes. But each only sees the left or right half of each image from each eye.
So you know how you can look at your finger and close one eye at a time and see when it moves and figure out if you're like right-eyed or left-eyed?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Does it explain it, or does that?
It does, because my say I'm going to take my right eye.
Yep.
My right eye, well, mine's a bad example. My right eye is using both eyes, but only seeing the right half of my left eye and the right half of my right eye. The left eye is seeing images from both the brain, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Is seeing the left side of my brain, let's say, is seeing images from both of my eyes, but only the left side of each eye.
And I was fathered when I was 6.
Wow. That made more sense.
Yeah, correct.
Why would it work that way?
Thanks.
And if you
Stephen,
cut like half of a brain out, do they only see like half of like the left eye of the image? You know what I mean?
That could be. That could be.
I think there's bigger problems if you cut half the brain out.
Meow.
Was that mouth bass?
Yes.
Because you get a whole drum or a whole band together. Mouth drums.
Did you just say Gene Hold Drum?
Yeah, who's that?
Is he coming in? Is he our next guest?
Would he father people when they were 7?
Wasn't he the head coach of the Packers for a while?
Yeah. What?
It's a homegrown joke, I
Yes,
think.
it was. It was the best I could do.
Oh.
Look, we haven't heard from Parrish. I think he's sleeping
I heard
in.
from him. Yeah,
you did?
Yeah, he overslept.
Yeah.
He
Is
said
he coming in, or is he just staying home?
I told him it was up to him.
Oh.
I mean,
can't blame him either way. So we don't know if Parrish is coming in. We don't know if Rosie's coming in. Who cares? We'll figure it out. Tom Pelissero later. AJ's here. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
The Fan.
Join Meat Sauce in Nordo on Saturday, September 7th at the St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake in the Book Sports Betting Lounge. Stop in from noon to 2 to get in on the action, all while watching the game on their huge TVs, plus great food and craft beverages as well. Full details at KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
He's on his way, ladies and gentlemen. Mark Parrish is on his way in.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I hope he stops at McDonald's.
See you at 8:45.
Yeah, welcome in, Mark, but run errands for us first.
I know you're late.
Yeah, pick up Sauce's dry cleaning.
Sausage muffin with egg, please. This is what really matters. And it's brought to you by our friends at Unique Classic Cars, uniqueclassiccars.com. Mankato, you got an old car you want fixed up, they got it. You got a dream car you've been looking for your whole life, they got it. Uniqueclassiccars.com. Even if you just roll on down there to look around, I'll tell you what, AJ, take the boys down at some point.
I bet that's pretty
because
sweet.
It's the sweetest. Imagine a giant store the size of Best Buy, right?
Yeah.
And it's filled with classic cars you can't believe.
That's cool.
It's the coolest. And you can just walk around and look at it, man.
The car, going to car shows and stuff, and that's like a permanent car show.
Especially in the wintertime, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, listen to the Hulkster.
Yeah, listen to the
He's
Hulkster.
I don't know if you're okay, cool.
The Vikings open their 2024 season a week from Sunday, September 8th, noon,
Hell yeah.
right here on the Fan at the New York Giants in Daniel Jones, Malik Neighbors. The Vikings on DraftKings are 1-point favorites, and the over-under is 41.5. They're just holding on to be slight favorites against the Giants. Now, again, if you look ahead, obviously there's the variable of teams playing better or worse than we think, and there's the ultimate variable of injuries, but didn't Power True Bets post a handful of weeks ago that the Vikings are not slated to be favorites very often this year? What is it, like 4 times or something? It's a very small number, but this is one of them. The first one on the road at New York. When you have a division that has one team on the up, which is the Bears, and 2 teams that are already there, the Packers and Lions, it makes sense that the Vikes are probably going to be dogs in most, but we'll see. But we start as slight favorites. What really matters, though, is this.
Little Susie's on the up. In case anybody's wondering.
Yeah, wake up, little Susie.
Yeah, wake up.
We just got the text talk
Which one?
from Parrish.
Is he stopping?
I think so.
I think so.
Sound like you just got an assignment from Mission Impossible.
Correct.
Residual self-destruct.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by friends at Unique Classic Cars, uniqueclassiccars.com. Here's some music news for you. Deep Purple singer Ian Gillan, you know, Smoke on the Water, right? It was
yeah.
Is admitting that they faked a farewell tour to sell tickets.
Meat Sauce.
In an interview with the SiriusXM's Eddie Trunk, the rocker said the band purposely led fans to believe they were retiring in 2017 with the Long Goodbye Tour. He said it was a joke and they wanted to put an emphasis on the word long because they weren't selling very many tickets and they weren't planning on retiring at all. They're still touring today, in fact. And they have shows scheduled through 2026. That's a very long goodbye.
Yeah.
But that'll piss you off.
So speaking of bad ticket sales, Nate Bargatze, right, just packed and stacked
Oh, man,
last.
that was awesome.
And he was fantastic.
I love it,
that's what
man.
these
My
guys
only
said.
complaint is I'm a huge Nick Thune fan, and Nick had like 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Give him like 45. I freaking love Nick Thune. I couldn't believe he was there. I didn't know he was going to be there, even though I've seen him on tour with Bargatze the last year or so, whatever.
Yeah.
But for whatever, I don't know. They just didn't advertise it. I didn't know that Nick was going to be
he's
there.
funny.
Nick, I love Nick Thune. So not enough Nick, but otherwise no complaints. But then I was with my neighbors, Scooter and Felicio.
Yeah.
And Scooter was telling me that Chance the Rapper sold like 3,000
That's right.
seats and didn't call off the show, right? Said, no, we're doing it.
Yeah.
And I guess even made reference to it, like made fun of the
wrote
fact.
a song.
Dear God.
It ended
3,000?
It ended up being more at the show, but it clearly wasn't sold out.
Right.
But when he got the alert leading up to, I'm sure, Chris, you probably know, there's a certain point in time leading up to a show where they'll tell you what the ticket sales, and you make a decision whether you're going to cancel or
Absolutely
not,
right, yeah.
kind of a thing. He decided not to cancel it. I think the number was 3,333. And he wrote a song that had video graphics, a music video on the screens and everything for those 3,333 people.
Wow.
As like a tribute to, a thank you, whatever you want to say. But it was written for that reason.
Whoops.
Performed at that show. I don't know how many people actually ended up showing up day of. But yeah, it was not, It was not great, and but he paid off for the people who were dedicated enough to show up.
So, Zacho, help me out because you're of that generation.
You sure are.
Chance the Rapper, when he's been on SNL, has been great, right? Seems like a super likable guy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't name one of his songs. Does he have any hits, or do people just like him?
And is he as good as Community Chess the Rapper?
Yeah. Oh, brilliant.
That's a good little laugh I just got from you, Zacho.
Go to Jail the Rapper is the best of all those. But
Sauce, you do one.
What about Mediterranean Rapper?
Well, that's offensive.
Yeah, I mean, you're on par, but slightly racist.
Why are you... Why does it matter where he's from?
No, but
because he's a foreigner now.
It's a piece on the Monopoly board.
What does this have to do with? We're talking about rap. What does this have to do with Monopoly? My God!
Now you're all about elitism. Okay.
Unbelievable! What just happened?
Right to Park Place, of course.
Park Place, the Rapper.
Anyway.
Man,
I was surprised too. I'm not totally
Oriental Avenue over there much.
Oh my God! I can't believe that.
I didn't say that.
Speaking of that, I will say, regards to what you're saying, and Zach, I'm jumping on your touchdown call. I don't think they've advertised the acts nearly well enough this year. Like, and that did you notice the refreshment stands and the merch stands, all that stuff is brand new. Did you see like the place where people could stand on top of
the
buildings?
Rooftop decks look awesome. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know why nobody knows about any of that junk. It's awesome there now.
No, and that's a tough sell for comedy, right? Because those lines to get the drinks were packed before the show.
Yeah.
Then the second the show started, 0 people in line.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Not ideal for making a lot of money off of alcohol sales when everybody gets to their seats and basically stays there.
Can you
Concerts
carry in
just back and forth
from the fair?
Yeah,
I think you can. Right? You can bring whatever.
Yeah,
you
probably. But even so, I mean, the lines before the openers went on were epic, and then they're people behind the counter just.
I think for the most part, those shows sell well.
Yeah,
it looked like last night with Ludacris was pretty packed.
It was sold out last night, by the way.
It was sold out.
And Bargatze could not have been more packed. I just couldn't believe that I heard Chance sold very few tickets.
The first 2 shows weren't very well attended, from what I heard.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I don't know if it's still like this, by the way, but I'm pretty sure you can get like a stamp or something and go in and out at the grandstands.
Yeah,
So,
I did.
So a sneaky way of doing that is if the drink line is too long, you can
leave and come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that.
But I thought I was so pumped about Bargatze. He was fantastic.
He was so good.
His freaking bit about DoorDash just had me rolling.
The DoorDash bit was hilarious.
So good.
I'm like a raccoon on somebody.
Yeah,
somebody's ring camera.
He's talking about ordering multiple DoorDashes and he doesn't want them to see each other because he'd be embarrassed. But it's one of them's basically the backup plan. If something happens to one of them, he still gets a second meal.
Okay, I gotta find this.
It was so great, man.
That's me.
He said that one of them got delivered to a different residence, so he was like a raccoon on people's screen cameras looking for his food.
That's brilliant.
But people will tell him, you can basically double DoorDash, but he doesn't want the one guy to know that I want you to stop at multiple. Like, what did he say, Dairy Queen and McDonald's or something like that? Because he wanted a Blizzard, but he doesn't want the McDonald's guy to know that he's getting ice cream.
By the time I found my food, the McDonald's was already gone.
Because if you order,
that was great.
The first order, you order the first thing, which is your meal, but then they offer the double dash option, and so a lot of times that's a great time to get Diet Coke from McDonald's, right?
Oh,
but to his point, and I haven't heard this bit yet, but that's so perfect. The last thing you want is your two DoorDash drivers showing up at the same time. Like, what the hell is this guy doing?
Yeah,
that's so good.
That's the best bit about it is the DoorDash drivers don't care, right? They're not judging. They've seen the lowest parts of humanity delivering food to randos. They don't care if they would run into another one. They just probably assume, sure, multiple family members want different things, not the end of the world. Right. But it's funny to act like it's the most embarrassing thing of all time.
I have in the instructions, just drop it off and leave. Don't do anything.
Yeah. Right.
I don't want to see them. I don't want them to see
Oh, Saw, speaking of this reminded me of you and Tommy, and I'm not making fun of the two of you now. You both look great. But you guys have both said, going on rides back in the day, not the greatest for middle school Sauce, right?
No, not fun.
There was a ride at the Dells, and the weight limit was 325.
Okay, I could ride that. Barely.
This family behind us.
Oh, no.
The dad starts laughing because it's going to be close. It even kind of announces, I know this is going to be close. steps on the scale.
There's a scale. Hang on.
There's a scale.
Are you kidding me?
You just don't do it. And you just don't do it.
Because
how does the person who's there decide whether or not, like, does everybody have to get on it?
Yes, everybody. Even if you're going to be
Then
60
that's
pounds,
the way you get over it,
every
okay.
single person. Now, I'm a little surprised they still have the number front
the group?
facing.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
It should be where the only person that
right.
sees it is the person that's checking
Operator.
to see.
Oh. Yeah.
He's at 327. He goes, "Can I take my shoes off?" And she goes, "Go for it." So he takes his shoes off and 326. And legally, she just goes, "I can't let you do it." And he's looking at her like, "It's a pound over." And she just goes, "Legally, we just can't."
There's
because
nothing she can do.
if something goes wrong and you're over, and you sue because you get hurt or somebody else gets, or whatever, the seatbelt doesn't work. So he was 1 pound over trying to ditch his shoes, and the family got to go on the ride, and he asked, "Well, can I still get a refund?" And they said yes.
Oh, my God.
1 pound.
You know what I'm saying at that
over.
point? I'm going for a ride in a hearse.
Yeah, correct. I mean,
the poor guy.
Yeah.
He didn't seem like he was embarrassed or surprised by it, though. I mean,
no, but he was very frustrated because he definitely was like, "Hey, come on, it's a pound." And she's like, she was like maybe 18, 19, 20 years old.
You can't blame her.
No, and she was like, "I'm so sorry. I can't let you on. You're 1 pound
what
over."
What a terrible position to put people in.
And I thought, this is Meat Sauce and Tommy. Every story you've ever told from being, going to Valley Fair when you were 10 and not quite fitting in the old straps.
If it's the greatest ride of all time, but you have to stand on a scale to ride it, I'm not getting on the scale. I don't care if it says it's 1,000 pounds you have to be under. I'm not getting on the scale.
Do you remember the Nordo story?
Screw that. Yeah, didn't he have to
at
Mall of America?
the barnyard hayride, the little kids roller coaster at the Mall of America? This is the best. It is, I think, a Fan Dad's podcast story, but they have twins. Okay, so they have two girls, and at the time they couldn't ride that ride alone. So Molly gets on with Stella, and Nordo gets on with Ava, but it's a kid's roller coaster, and I've been on it and I barely fit, so I'm not like ripping Nordo specifically, but couldn't get the bar down. So one of the girls had to get off the ride with him to do it. That's worst case scenario. Okay, you have the one kid who gets to do it, the other that gets to watch, the embarrassment factor, all of that involved there. That was worst case scenario. But the scale situation reminds me of when we did the weigh-in or the weight loss contest, and you and Paul had to dress up, and you guys showed up day of thinking you had it, and somehow had gained a pound or something, and we were over and went for a walk around the building and ended up losing a pound or something.
Yeah, right.
It's a weird way the body works, the scales work. I don't know.
Yeah, if you're not looking forward to stepping on a scale, there are a lot of water rides at the Dells where it's like the group can't be over this or can't be under this, right?
I didn't know that was a thing. I had no idea.
So one of the problems the thing that sucks, again, is a lot of the scales are facing the crowd.
That's ridiculous.
Even though it's a group of 3 or 4, you can do the math in your head and go like, man, those 3 combined weigh, 6. You start doing the math, and you're like, wow, that's an average of this or that. It's really ridiculous that the whole line gets to see the number.
Yeah,
I understand for safety reasons.
Sure.
It's, hey, we got to make sure that the tube stays on the ground so you don't fly off the side. I totally get it.
Yeah.
We can all see the number.
The worst part is that the guy running the ride's Rosie, and he just laughs.
Yeah.
Hey, Chubbs.
Yeah, I'm never going to the Dells.
Dude,
if
you
I
know
have to
what they
weigh
should
in
do?
to ride a ride.
They got to bring gambling into this.
Oh, yeah. That's a good bit. Yeah.
You sit there.
Do you think they're going to make it?
Was Tommy the one that tried to load up the elevator to miss practice?
Yeah. He said it worked.
Dude, and it worked.
They jumped up and down
I
in the
can't believe
elevator,
it.
yeah.
But you know what I do if I'm that 326 guy? While my family's on the ride, I run to the nearest convenience store and I get Dulcolax and I bring it to the line and chug it in front of her.
Oh, God.
And then I'll go, and then I just say to her,
in 10 minutes?
I'll see you in 10 minutes. And then you come back at 3:22 and you go, let's go.
And you demand to shake hands.
Right? 1 pound over.
You guys remember, I'm sure I told this story, it was a long time ago. So when Alex was little, we were at Disney World or Disneyland, and what is it? Like one of those Screaming Eagles things where it takes you around in circles really, really fast. And I accidentally sat so that he was to the wrong
On the
side
inside,
of me,
yeah.
and I smashed him so bad.
That just happened this weekend. Yeah.
It was, and I'm like, I didn't think about it. I'm so sorry, and I'm trying my best not to smash the life out of him. He's like 7 years old,
But it's G-forces.
It's
Like you have
G-force,
no...
nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
Broke every bone in his little body.
Yeah. My wife's going to be riding a lot of rides with my son.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
Ugh.
No
I'm
doubt
going
about
to
it.
be like, nah, you got to ride that one with mom.
Unique Classic Cars at uniqueclassiccars.com. And by the way, the Unique Classic Cars Spotlight today is a 1989 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am GTA. 101,000 original miles. 1989 Trans Am, only $12,000. $12,900. That's today's Unique Classic Cars Spotlight. The Firebird Trans Am. Who doesn't want to drive a Firebird Trans Am?
That
You
sounds
do.
sweet.
Get it to uniqueclassiccars.com. I will tweet out the link to that car. uniqueclassiccars.com. There you go.
How about the times that I've seen, where like a family of four will be walking up to one of those giant kind of 4-person rafts, and you're going, if this is supposed to be a 600 max, you're going to have to split up. Like you can just, you know what I'm saying? He's like, but they step on the scale like, is this enough? No, you're way over. You're going to have to go in groups of 2.
That's terrible.
Yeah, probably not the greatest ego boost for a lot of Scotty families.
Yeah, and it's the worst. I mean, not to be mean, that's the worst state to have that in.
Yeah.
Right?
That's not good.
I shouldn't have said that, but it's the truth.
But again, if you need an ego boost, you go to the Dells. If you're a 2 in the cities, but you're low maintenance, you're like a 5 in the Dells.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. That's what I've been told. Somebody said that on the radio once.
Yeah.
Remember that? The news is next. Power Trip Morning Show fan.